Yo, what's up? You support Trump?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Why's that?
because I couldn't vote for her
Why not?
because she would have let millions in here and she don't know how to talk.
Um, how would she have let millions in here, and how does she not know how to talk?
She let millions in when she was in when Biden was in office. She didn't do nothing to stop that.
Bu- bu-
Nothing.
Yeah.
We
So
got 15 million or more in. Now another 20 or 30 million more in 4 years. Your kids wouldn't have a job because AI is going to take most of the jobs anyway.
yeah. So you said they let 15
Common
million.
sense.
You said they
I
let 50.
voted for common sense.
You said they let.
Most of you people don't have no common sense.
You said they let 15 million people in. How so?
5,000 a day. Figure it out.
No, but like how? What policy? What didn't they do?
They didn't. Trump stopped them the first time he was in office. He
But that's
stopped
not
it.
an
He
answer to my
stopped it.
question.
He was building the wall.
He built only like 50 miles of the wall. And he said Mexico was going to pay for
Yeah,
it. He said Mexico was going to pay for it. We ended up paying for it. But again, my question was
that
why.
don't matter. He don't. He
But my
lies
point
too.
is
He
that
don't tell the truth all the time.
my
He's an
point,
asshole. I agree with you. He's an
no,
asshole.
he never
But
tells the
he's a
truth.
hell of a lot better than what she would have did.
No. So you made the claim that 15 million people were let in because of them. How? How did they let 15 million people in?
That's an estimation. Millions
No,
came in
but
here.
okay, but how?
They just walked over the border.
They just
They're all
walked over
around
the
me.
border. So
In the last 15 years, I didn't have all these Mexicans in my neighborhood. The whole neighborhood is full of Mexicans.
what's wait?
I don't,
Mex, wait,
they're,
just wait,
they're
wait, wait,
good
wait, wait, wait.
people.
First off,
They're good people. They're
Mexicans.
good people.
Not all Mexicans are
And I got
undocumented
gangs
immigrants.
all around me.
Not all Mexicans are undocumented immigrants, and not all undocumented immigrants are part of a gang. So why are you correlating Mexicans to being undocumented immigrants? First off, that's racist.
Okay? My
Second
neighbors.
off,
My
yes.
neighbors.
What's wrong with having
They got
neighbors?
driver's licenses. They can't even speak English.
Okay, so then they're here.
They're here
So they're here.
they're undocumented.
So how do
They're
they? How do you know
voting.
they're here undocumented?
Because I talk to them every day.
Did they tell you they were undocumented?
Yes, they told me they don't have a social security number, so they're undocumented.
They don't.
I
So
tried to get a daughter a job. She said, "Oh, she gotta have a social security number. I'm gonna get a job at the prison. You gotta have a social security number. Oh yeah, you gotta have that."
that's not them telling you that they're undocumented immigrants. First off, and
They
second
don't
off,
have a social security number. They're undocumented.
second off, uh, what's wrong with like having quote unquote Mexicans as your neighbors?
They ain't nothing. They're nice people. I like, but some of them are gang members. There's a head gang member right down the street from me. I had to go buy 3 or 4 more guns to keep him off my back.
Yeah. So how did Harris cause? Where do you live? First off,
I live in Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay.
Hmm.
So how did Harris cause this?
Harris didn't do shit about it, so I know she wouldn't do shit about it. She let Biden let him in. Why was she didn't make no effort to do nothing? They call her the border czar. She didn't do shit.
She wasn't the border czar. She had to.
It don't matter. They call her that, and she
No,
didn't do
the
shit but go
Republicans
down there
called her that.
one time. One
The
time she went
Republicans
down
called
there.
the Republicans called her that, and she actually went multiple
I'm
times to
just
the border.
telling you. I'm 70 years old, young man, and I'm telling you, she wouldn't have did shit. I know people.
Okay, but
Just by talking
What
to
is
you,
Trump doing?
I know people.
What is Trump doing?
Trump is trying to do something. He's
What has he
closed the border.
accomplished? How did he close
He,
the border?
he threatened everybody to close the border. He threatened the Mexican president and everybody.
Okay, so
They
threatening.
closed the border. What do you know? What do you know about the border?
I know quite a bit about the border. So threatening people.
Okay, how many people come across the
So
border yesterday?
yeah, so threatening
How many people
people.
come across the border yesterday?
God damn, sir. So
That's my question.
I
You want
I'll
me to
answer
answer
your
your
question.
question?
I'll answer your
Answer my
question.
question.
I'll answer your question once I address what you said. So threatening people is not a long-term solution. It's actually a very short-term solution. And I would argue it's not the fact that he threatened the Mexican or whoever you claim that he threatened. It's the fact that he's violating constitutional rights and human rights, in which we've seen a decrease in tourism.
Well, the
We've seen
Constitution.
a decrease in legal migration, and we also saw a population growth decrease for the first time in American history in 2025 because of the decrease in legal migration. Okay, so the reason is because he's violating constitutional rights, human rights, and civil rights, not because he's threatening people. Also that, but mainly constitutional rights, civil rights, and human rights being violated. And then you asked me how many people crossed just yesterday. I don't know the very specific details. I said I know some things about the border, like Donald Trump has able to have the numbers reduced by 97%. Why? Because of the constitutional rights, human rights, and civil rights that are being violated, right?
No,
So
man.
why do you think that it's okay to violate the Constitution and
The
human rights
Constitution needs to be.
in order to decrease border encounters? Why do you think that?
I think some of the Constitution needs to be changed.
That's great. That's not an answer to my question.
And the Constitution was created by a bunch of slave owners. Do you know that?
Yeah, that's great. That's not an answer to my question.
Okay.
Why is it okay to violate human rights and constitutional rights in order to decrease border encounters?
That's a common sense question. You can figure that out yourself.
So I'm sorry, people.
You're going to have to do. You're going to have to do whatever it takes to get all these illegals out of this country and start over again. Let them come in. Now we got 622,000 out so far. 1.6 million actually deported themselves, and there's 2.5 million have been gone.
What's your source for that?
Google it.
Google is a search engine, not a source. You said 1.6 million.
Yeah, that's where I got it at, on Google.
But Google is a search. Did you get it like Google AI?
I don't know where. I'm 70 years old. I don't play with computers all day like you do.
I don't play with computers all day either, but I still am able to do my research.
You're playing with it right now, young man.
Yeah, so you made.
If you're on these iPod, this pod shit cast, you're playing with them all day. Probably ain't even got a job yet.
Yeah, so back to the conversation. 1.6 million people that self-deported. You have no source for that. That's points set in the water. But second off, why is it okay for American citizens to be murdered and for people to be beaten, tortured, and starved just to deport undocumented immigrants?
Murdered?
Yes.
Smurdered? You said smurdered?
I said murdered. Yes.
It's smurdered.
So why is it okay for people to be murdered?
Well, you know, you talk about this. You talking to Petty and Good, right?
Keith Porter Jr. and like 5 other instances, but yeah.
What about the 9 women that got murdered by illegal aliens?
Yeah, I disagree with that. That's
what about the 400,000 Americans that died of fentanyl poisoning from these drugs coming in the country?
You can't say that.